Welcome to aminacademy.com in IB Diploma Mathematics regarding transformation of graphs in reflection. We can reflect the graph of any function f about x-axis by graphing y equal to minus f of x. That's minus sign come outside of function. And we can reflect it about y-axis by graphing y equal f of minus x. We can even reflect it about both axes by graphing y equal to minus f of minus x. That means if minus sign outside, that is y equal to minus f of x, it reflect about x-axis. If y equal to f of minus x, it's reflect about y-axis, and y equal minus f of minus x, it's reflect both x and y-axis. Now further discussion. Reflection of graphs here. Graphs can be reflected in either x-axis or y-axis. Look at here. Suppose the function, parental function is f of x equal to x square. Then minus f of x gives minus x square. Look at here. This original, that is a parental function, is purple graph, that is f of x equal to x square. Suppose if it is reflected about x-axis, that function become the green graph here, that is minus f of x, which means minus of x square. That means each and every point on the graphs is reflected about x-axis. For example, this point is reflected here. Suppose any point, this point is endpoint is reflected here. Reflection in y-axis. Here, suppose the parental graph is f of x equal to x cube. X cube graph. Look at here, parental graph. That is a purple graph here. This is y equal to x cube. That is f of x equal to x cube. Suppose it is reflected about x-axis, about y-axis. Look at here, this is reflected about y-axis, means it is flat here. Then look at here, the original graph is f of x equal to x cube. Then this x cube graph show here is reflected about y-axis. It becomes a green color graph. That function is f of minus x, which means f of minus x equal to minus x whole cube. Look at some small examples. Look at here. If f of x goes through the point 2, 4, suppose any function curve go through point 2, 4, then what is the equivalent point in the following functions? F of x plus 1. F of x plus 1 means goes through x is 2 itself, y is added with 1. That means 4 plus 1 is 5. Second one, f of x plus 2 means f of x plus 2 inside is added to, goes through the point, means plus 2 means you have to subtract x-axis, x value 2, that is 2 minus 2 is 0, 4 is as it is, that is y point is as it is. Next one, here minus f of x becomes what? Minus f of x goes through the point y, that is x is not changed, y become 4 become minus 4 because of minus outside, minus f of x. Then f of minus x, that means it is goes through the point as x is minus 2 and y is 4, means this is reflected about y-axis. And in general, look at here, this graph shows clearly that this function, this original function is f of x here, which is reflected about x-axis, it becomes like minus f of x. As well, this blue graph is reflected about y-axis, it becomes a red color graph here, f of minus x. So both the reflection with x-axis and y-axis is given. So far we discussed about reflection, that is transformation in a graph like reflection we discussed. We have done. Please subscribe our YouTube channel.